Miyavi, welcome to London once again.
What's up?
Well, finally, again, you're going to do your European tour, Slap the World 2014. Has anyone ever asked you why you said Slap the Tour? I'm quite interested. I couldn't find anything or no answer why you called it Slap the Tour.
That's my responsibility, to slap the whole world, to wake them up. You know, my latest album, Miyavi, was supposed to be named Slap the Beat, but that's my name. And then I just had the Japan tour. It's called Slap the Beat. And now I'm in a world tour, so Slap the World.
Ah, because it's a world tour.
Yes, and then, the way I play the guitar is more like slapping the strings. So I'm gonna slap the asses.
Oh, awesome. Well, it comes back to your album, though. After what you said, you wanted to name it Slap the Beat. But then you said to Miyavi, what kind of way? Is this your personality, the best personality I've had? Because after all the years you've done as a musician, this is your first time when you self-title your album with your name.
Yeah. Because, this album is my first worldwide debut album. So it's more easier to, recognize. I mean, Miyavi. It's like more, you call it Meishi in Japanese, more like a business card or something. You can, you know it. It's more simple.
So you can say that from all the albums you've done, this is so far the best because, I mean, you've ventured from visual K, rock, pop, everything. You've done everything. What is Miyavi then now today?
I don't know. Just to keep changing is not my purpose, to improve and then just to make my music better and cooler. Just, of course, I keep improving and moving forward after releasing this album. But this album is just on my previous album, What's My Name, I just tried to make my own sound as a guitarist. I simplified sound, guitar and the drums, that's it. And two men on stage, and more solid, more focused on my guitar. And then this time I just wanted to bring more stronger beat, guitar riff, and catchier melody so that the audience can sing along. That's the key, that's really important to have that strong connection to the audience, singing along. Miyavi is my name, and I've been trying to do tons of things. It's more experimental process.
How do you find your inspiration to experiment everything, for all the aspiring musicians and everyone who are fans of you? We're immersed in the guitar playing that, no one else can do. That's why you have the name Samurai Guitarist.
Yep.
How did you first start it again? If you can tell us once again to all our audiences at SOAS Radio.
That's really important to have something like that as an Asian because there are tons of good guitarists, legendary artists like Eric Clapton, Robert Johnson, Stevie Ray Vaughan, tons, right? So and then doing a world tour, many people come to my show, but at the same time I feel responsibility that I need to make some more original stuff, distinct from other people. So I got influenced by Western culture, but as an Asian, I wanted to make something different. And then I got an idea from bass players like Larry Graham, Max Miller, and bass players. And then the Japanese traditional guitar, shamisen. So yeah, that's a Japanese traditional instrument which is used for a kabuki or the Japanese traditional play. And then it makes sound more intense and strong sound. The strings, there are only 3 strings on the instrument, but more intense and crazy, strong sound. So I got inspired by that instrument too.
Speaking of which, do you play the shamisen?
Yes, I do.
When you started to play guitar, you did have, influences and inspiration of the bass players. What kind of tips or advice did you get from them before you even started playing when you were 15, right? After you got an injury. Normal guitar players have a different style to the bass players. So what did you get from the bass guitarists that you got inspired from?
No, just, more rhythmical. And then more, I feel more beat. And then the way I play the guitar is more rhythm. It's quite similar, but it's totally different. The way to approach to the beat. It's really cool to mix up the different materials.
You fuse something local international, which is you're as Japanese, and now you're an international musician as well because you have all the fans all over the world. And then you did say about Well, I guess it's important as a musician in Japanese to keep up the Japaneseness and the identity in your music career.
Yes, that's the reason why I got the feeling from shamisen. But it doesn't hurt be like that, but only to stand out, but also to be yourself. It's really important to be aware of your background, your instinctive feeling. It's really cool to mix up those kind of stuff, and then music is global language, so you can jam out with anyone.
How do you find success? You have all your worldwide fan base and everything, and you've built your CEO. What is success to you as a musician and a Japanese musician as well? Because you gained success before the rise of the internet and everything back in the 90s. I knew you way back then before, it was just by magazines and everything. And I'm from Indonesia, and it's difficult because we have no internet, but it was there back then. Is that success to you as a musician and a creator?
Yeah, thanks to the technology like YouTube, SNS like Twitter, Facebook, MySpace stuff, my people were able to find my music and then we shared. And then kind of growing up. That's why I'm here in London talking in English and then just having a show here. And then I really appreciate that kind of stuff, but at the same time more responsible to make something kind of distinct from original, you know what I mean? And then I'm not sure what success is. It doesn't matter, if you can sell your CD a million, a billion copies, but sometimes people don't get satisfied. So that's how important your music is, or how strong or meaningful to the life of the listeners, audiences, is really important. There's no goal, just keep improving. And then, but I'm a lucky person to be able to travel like this all over the world and to see my fans. It's pretty amazing to see the people who are waiting for you outside of the country. I really thank my people.
Where have you found your most receptive audience from your music? You find it most peculiar?
Morocco. That was my first time to be there. And then I expected more conservative, more like just kind of staying away from that kind of culture. But they were really enthusiastic. They enjoy themselves with the music and live like that. We had a great time. Many places in London, Europe, America, South America, Asia. There are many ways to express and then enjoy the music. So it's really fun.
You went to Morocco for the first time just because of your music, isn't it?
Yeah.
The next one is, I wanted to say, because you said you spoke English. So that's your one thing that you can interact with your fans.
I couldn't speak English 7 years ago, and then I knew that I was having a world tour. I wanted, because my fans are waiting. But without speaking the language, especially common language, which is English, it's pretty hard, I can't have a conversation like this if I can't speak. Translator or manager, someone who can speak. But anyway, so for me, just speaking English is a tool. The process is not the goal. It's a process, tool to deliver the message to the people. I'm talking to you in English, right? So you know what I'm saying. If I just kind of directly, right? If I speak just only in Japanese, he's going to translate it. It doesn't deliver the emotion. You know what I mean? No, less dynamic. So even on stage, I just want to express myself. And then I want my crowd to feel it directly. So it's pretty hard. It's still learning, still studying, but it's quite fun.
You can continue to talk about you as a producer and creative in the creative industries. You ventured out from the major labels in 2009, made J Glamorous. How is that as a creative? Did you find freedom, sort of, in the music? What is the difference between you being in a label and what you ventured out?
It's not the label, just the management office for Miyavi. And then I really thank my ex-management company. I was working with them for 10 years. But, doing the business, or not only business, just doing the tour like this, is pretty risky, If you really want to make money, you don't want to do that. It's really risky, and it doesn't make money. Seriously, sometimes we lose money. That's it.
Understand.
Yeah, yeah. If you don't lose your money, you don't want to do this. You know. So, but this is not only a business. It's also my dream, and it's really important me and my fans. That's why I keep doing it. That's why I keep coming back to London like this, and then to continue doing this. That was really necessary to be independent.
So you're always in search of your happiness. You always say about happy in all way you do. First, you wanted to be a soccer player, and you put lots of passion to it until some unfortunate incident happened, and then now you started to find guitar, and then you just put your passion into it. What is happiness to you now?
Just to be able to feel happiness is happiness. You know what I mean? Even the injury I got when I was 15 years old, thanks to that accident, I'm here. I play the guitar. I'm enjoying myself as a rock star, and then having great food, and then seeing my fans. But what if and I was like, oh, I had to give up my dream to be a football player, blah blah blah. We have no time to, when I look back, just take it as a positive thing. That's is really important thing. So it's pretty hard to explain, but
Yeah.
just to feel, just appreciate your situation and everything around you is the key to be able to enjoy yourself in your life. So I think that's happiness. Just drinking water. We drink water without thinking anything, but it's really appreciated. If you can't get any water, it's really big thing. You can feel more happiness, but just realize it all depends on the way you feel or you think. So that's happiness, I think.
Okay. So last two questions. What are you going to do in 10 minutes?
We're gonna leave. Yeah, we're gonna fly to Paris.
And where you see yourself in the next 10 years?
10 years. I don't know, just still playing the guitar and having a good time with my fans, families, friends, and people. Enjoying my music.
And finally, your favorite song that you would like to introduce to our audience?
Rose, Bette Midler. She did it. That song of that movie. That's really cool. The movie is really, it's really hard to explain, but so the movie is based on a story of singer Janis Joplin was acting that was in a film, and then the song and she sang it, and it's a great song. It's just kind of depressed by the life, just the happenings in her life, but the music saved her.
Some say love's
Thank you very much, Miyavi, for your time.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Thanks.